Welcome back. My name is Ray. Sonic Heroes is the greatest Sonic game ever created. I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm gonna do like a small little update slash something I wanted to talk about, since it's the Sonic 35th anniversary, or so-called 35th anniversary, for the few of you that may care to listen to me talk about this or ramble about this in this video. First off, I do want to start off by saying that I know a lot of you may feel some type of way when it comes to this anniversary and all of that stuff, but I just want to get some things off of my chest when it comes to this, and then I want to do like an update on what I want to do going forward regarding covering the games that I'm trying to cover in this series, but I'm just having some complications at the moment. So but again, to the few of you that may have been sticking around, thank you for watching. Sonic Heroes is the greatest, But anyway, I'm gonna get right into it. So as you see, I've been seeing a lot of people say they're disappointed with the 35th anniversary of Sonic this year, and I kind of just wanna, make it, I guess, clear to me and to you all, I guess, in my opinion, as to why I think that is. Because they only showed the new kitty licking Sonic Pico game, and it does look like it'll be fun if you're playing with co-op or someone else. I found it fascinating that they use the modern models. I won't say not modern models, but they use the modern characters in terms of green-eyed Sonic, and with Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, their modern forms in this virtual looking sprite form, I guess, that they have in that. So I found that quite interesting, that it just wasn't classic. It's not classic Sonic, I should say, that they didn't go for it. I don't know if Sonic Team was making that game or not, but it's something that I picked up on. But a lot of people, I guess, was disappointed because all they showed was really that game. I guess some new merch, and then Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition on the Switch. And I just want to go by, I should say on the Switch too, but I want to start by saying this, yes, they could have done a lot of more things with a true definitive version of this game, and if you want to see what the real definitive version of Frontiers is like, in my opinion, then the PC version is your friend, if you're able to access that, but yeah, they didn't really do much. It's just really the updates, I guess, from what I seen, from all just the base updates that they did from 2023 packed into one package, I guess, from the start. Which this is how Frontiers kind of, I guess, should have been in at least certain ways from the beginning, when they first released the game. But again, it was short on time and all of that, scrapped on time, right? So but yeah, I guess that's all that it was. Basically, was just the third update to the be in one package, if that makes sense. But yeah, but the main reason, deep down in your hearts, deep down in your soul, I know why a lot of you people, including myself, well, I won't say myself, because I expected this in certain ways, to be honest with you. So deep down, I know why a lot of you are disappointed, and that's just to do with because they did not show the next mainline Sonic game. Now, I made a video regarding them covering the next mainline Sonic game last year during the Game Awards, and that was not shown at all. And a lot of Sonic fans was disappointed during that. Now, I will say this: I want to keep it real with you for a moment, because my name is Ray, and I love Sonic Heroes. I want to keep it real with you when it comes to the next mainline Sonic game. I don't think this game is releasing until 2028 at the latest. It could be next year, but I don't think it's going to be to 2028. Reason why is because, for one, modern game development time. Second, I want to try to keep this video really short. I don't want to be rambling for 40 minutes here, but second is because the time that they have taken between Frontiers to this game has a lot of different variables, and I'm gonna say why. Could they announce this game out of nowhere, like one of these days this year? Yes, but um, in my opinion, I think it goes into, are they gonna make a new open zone, like because that's the style that they said they want to keep, right, from Frontier. So they want to they want to keep in this direction. So is it gonna be one full open world, or is it gonna be like divided between islands? Because I haven't seen no one really ask these questions about the next main game, in my opinion. So that's why I'm asking them, because I've been asking this to myself, for the past like year now. But is it gonna be one full open world? How long is it gonna take them to make that full world? How big are they trying to make the next main game? All of that goes into factors, especially with like modern graphics, modern game capabilities, the total like sheer scale and scope of modern games. Like all that plays a factor. It's not like the 2000s anymore, where like they was getting releases back to back to back to back every 2 to 3 years apart at the most. So it's not like that anymore, because games have just gotten way graphically advanced now, in terms of just the scope, all of that type of stuff. NPCs, all of that plays a factor, like in terms of the scope of modern video games. With that being said, though, it depends on like how big are they trying to make the next main game, and what like what else? That's the main reason. The other reason, in my opinion, is I think it has to do with, are they going to like really polish the next main game like fully? And if they're trying to really put their all into it, then that's probably gonna take some time. Now, just because they put their all into it, in my opinion, doesn't mean that it's gonna be a great Sonic game, the next main game. And this is the reason why I say that, because again, they could, like, game developers, they can take all the time that they want to make a game polished, and sometimes it may come out polished, but if they don't have the competency, let me turn this music down right fast, because it's gotten a little bit too loud on my player here. But yeah, if they don't have the competency though to make like engaging level design, especially like Sonic Team with a 3D modern Sonic game, like if they don't have the competency to do that with the polish, then I don't, in my opinion, I don't think it's gonna be very beneficial to the players, you know what I mean? Because you got newer Sonic fans now, you got older Sonic fans who've been in the series like me. Now you got even older Sonic fans that is from the classic era. They grew up with the 90s Sonic 1, 2, 3 CD, Knuckles Chaotix, if you're that niche, even, you know what I mean? But so all of this, all plays a factor. And in my opinion, like with certain Sonic games, they either have one or two things. There's rarely a lot of Sonic games, in my opinion, that have both at the same time, in terms of polish and competency by the developers, aka Sonic Team, right? Only a few Sonic games actually mark that, in my opinion, and one of those is Heroes. Another one is Adventure 1, in my opinion. Another one you could say is Sonic 2, and I'm just naming a few, right? Just to be like very exact with you all, So, another thing I do want to say though is it has to go both hand in hand, the competency and the polish, because you got games like 06, which I do really like. 06 is goated, in my opinion, with the level design, with the platforming. But one thing 06 was lacking was polish, right? But it had the competency of level design, It just had the incompetency of polish, because the game did not get fully realized all the way, right? So it was lacking in that department. Colors, in my opinion, at least, because I know there's Sonic fans that like colors a lot. I you know, colors is okay to cool to very mediocre to me, you know. But what I'm trying to say is colors, in my opinion, has, what's the word? It has polish, but it doesn't have the level design competency, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, for a Sonic game to be great, it has to have both. And if it doesn't have both, then, you know, it's gonna be all over the place. And that's how I see Frontier that you're looking at on the screen here. With, you know, this game is approaching like lifetime sales, like a 5 million units, you know. Now, I will say this is the most successful 3D Sonic game in a very long time. I'm not counting Shadow Generations, I'm just counting this game just due to this particular reason. But yeah, this is a good, I won't say it's a milestone or anything like that, but you know, like, they have to, what's the word? They should try to up this for the next main game. They should try to surpass this, right? Because at this point, I think the series needs it. I think the games need it. I know the movie's been carrying to support the games. It's not the other way around, in my opinion. But the movies has been carrying to support the games, such as Shadow Gens and this game right here, you know. But yeah, like, I just think, you know, like the next main game, it needs to have both in terms of competency and polish to be great, you know. And if one of those is missing, it doesn't matter how long, in my opinion, that they will take. As I think I said this before, you know. But I'm not really expecting the next main game to be a thing into, you know, either next year or 2028. And I won't be surprised, in my opinion, if it's 2028. It would suck, but I wouldn't be shocked at this point, you know. Because another thing that I do want to say is there has been no leaks around this time, you know. In the game, if they started development on the next main game from like 2023 to now, that's a good, what, 1, 2, 3, that's a good 4 or 5 years now, you know. You're talking like back in 2020, a year before Frontiers, we was getting leaks, we was getting fake leaks. Some of those turned out to be real leaks, you know, like, but at this point now, we're not getting anything. Like, we don't know what engine the next main game is gonna be on. We don't know the story. We don't know what it's looking like. We don't know the polish level of the game. We don't know how big it's gonna be, like the tone they're going. We don't know nothing, you know. And I think that's very interesting, you know, because, like, again, if you're talking, if this was like around Frontier's time, we would have been had information by now. So either like they're really keeping things like tightly sealed, you know, at Sega, or, you know, like something is just, you know, different this time around. And I'm not saying that's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying that's very interesting in my opinion, you know. But yeah, you can check this site out yourself too. For the, I guess I don't know, like, how many of you know about the Sonic Stadium site. Maybe a lot of you do, maybe some of you don't. But, you know, you can check this site out yourself if you want to know, like, all things Sonic. You know, there's other sites as well, but, you know, I kind of check this site out as well from time to time, just to see what is going on. But yeah, you see all I'm not gonna go through all this here, but, you know, you see, like, you know, Sega's you know, what repeat sales of mainstay IP remain stable, I guess. Yeah, so you could just see, like, where everything is moving, you know. So, but yeah, I'm surprised that Superstar is like above Frontiers here, though, a little bit, to be honest with you. But yeah, so X Gens, though, including the Switch 2 version. So yeah, again, Sonic is still doing decently, right? You know, it wasn't like back in 2019, 2020, where Sonic was like at the bottom of every other franchise that Sega had at the time, and it wasn't their Sonic was not, or wasn't about to be their priority no more. If it wasn't for the movie, you know, the first movie, you know, that would have been very sad. But in terms of the game's sake, you know. But yeah, but again, I don't know, like, how you know, you guys, if a few of you that want to hear me ramble about this, but I just wanted to do this video on this because I just hear a lot of people disappointed that they haven't showed the next main game. But I assure you, You know, like if it's going to come out within the next year or two, then they're gonna have to show it eventually. You know, I would say just just try to be patient. You know, even if you're a younger fan, you know, you may be like, you know, just more anxious about it, and you know what I mean. But you know, I'm kind of used to the wait, especially like since I'm older. You know, like I learned to accept. You know, like it's long development times and stuff like that. So you know, like we got many Sonic games to play to hold you out if you have access to them, right? So it's not a bad thing either. But I just hope that they're actually like just being competent enough with the next main game. So that's all I can really say on that at this point. You know, more so than the polish, than anything. You know, the polish will only add on top of that. You know, well, what else I want to say? Because I just want to get that off of my chest. I don't know if I explained that in the best way or not, but hopefully it comes off at least decent enough on the recording here. You know. I think these are just like the comments, so I'm not gonna go through that. But yeah, but you know, I'm not a chart person and all of that. But I'm just saying, like, you know, the series, you know, is keeping up there. Hopefully, the fourth movie is also successful. You know what I mean, as well. Like the third movie was, even though the second movie was the best movie. Again, I have to repeat that because the second movie is the best Sonic movie. You know, so you never forget that either. No, just kidding, but you know, but yeah, I just wanted to leave that. I just want to get my thoughts about why people like were disappointed with the 35th anniversary. You know, the only thing I could say is, again, it's how big are they making the next main game? What's the scope of it is gonna be like? If it's gonna be one huge world, then that may take some time, you know, from the developers, you know what I mean, at Sonic Team, or even if they divide it again, it just depends on the scope, right? All those variables that come into play, like how big are they trying to make the next main game from Frontiers, you know what I mean? So that may take some time, and you know, I would just say, like, just don't be surprised if you see a 2027 release for the next main game. Don't be surprised if you see a 2028 release. And if you want the worst case scenario, even 2029, but that's just a worst case scenario. But don't be surprised though if it's 2028 or 2029, in my opinion, due to different variables in terms of the development of the next main game, you know, and we haven't gotten any leaks at all, fake or real, you know, or in between even, you know, we have gotten nothing. So but yeah, what else I was going to say though, but yeah, updates. So yeah, in terms of my Sonic Adventure 2 run that I'm trying to do, my videos got kind of messed up, so I had to redo it again, but I'm gonna do it in a different way again this time, just so I can have like everything in mostly one video, or like maybe two at the most, because like I mean, I don't know, I have to see, but I'm gonna have to switch it up just so like I don't make a mistake and like mess up my videos that I'm trying to upload, because you know that can be very annoying. And you know, again, it's not nothing I'm trying to like do for seriously. Again, this is just all for fun because I love Sonic, right? But you know, I kind of just, you know, also want to, you know, upload the thing that I have done, right? You know, just for the sake of me doing it, you know what I mean? So it gets kind of annoying when your stuff else up on you and all of that. But I'm gonna try to reformat the way I do my runs, because I may just switch from the traditional playthrough route and just try to showcase my gameplay, I guess, in some different way. But for the few of you that may have been enjoying the videos, I do thank you all for sticking around, you know. And I just to say that if you are enjoying the content though, then feel free to stay tuned, and I will have more soon, hopefully. And yeah, just stay tuned. But yeah, if you are, you know, interested, that is, the few of you that are, I guess, of hearing my voice, you know, at this point, you know, talk about Sonic or show Sonic, you know, gameplay on my channel, you know what I mean? So, yeah, with that being said though, I want to say thank you all for uh, I guess for subscribing. I guess like they just even if it's just a very like short amount. Like even just getting past 15 subscribers. I don't know. I say thank you for even that, to be honest with you, because like I'm just sharing my Sonic content, and hopefully anyone that enjoys the vids, really enjoy them, and it's just more Sonic content on YouTube, right? What more could I say at this point that I am, right? But that being said, though, yeah, I just want to get that little quick update out of the way. I just want to talk about the current state of 35th anniversary and why people are disappointed, and about the next main game as well. And I might have to change the way I do videos, because again, my recordings that I had got kind of messed up, so I had to kind of restart over in a different way. But again, you will see, I guess, hopefully soon, for the few of you that are still sticking around the channel though. So with that being said, though, I'm gonna end it off, because I don't want to keep this video like really long or anything. But with that being said, though, thank you all for watching. Check out this site if you want to look at this news yourself, what's going on with current Sonic, that is, and all of that type of stuff. So but yeah, with that being said, my name is Ray. Sonic Heroes is the greatest Sonic game ever created. You never give up, you never give in, even when you're on your breaking point. And yeah, thanks for watching. You be safe wherever you are, and till next time, peace. I'm out to another Sonic land.